breaking it down, but we wouldn't be able to make this anymore. Yeah.
Interesting.
Welcome to the Wileyverse, everyone. Where on Sundays we talk about the inevitable ecological collapse of the United States and the rest of the world.
But actually
Because
not
of
having
the
to do
United
with
States.
politics.
Still because of the United States, though.
It was. In this, it was specifically the U of A.
U of A?
Yes. Now, what's going on?
It's very yellow in the studio today.
Oh God, sulfur in the air.
Yeah. We're getting jaundiced.
Is the TV on or is it just dark?
There's a red light.
Oh, it's better.
Getting like seat jet lag from moving back and forth across the table. All my stuff is like pushed aside, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
made
Oh,
room.
right.
my butt cheek's not pushed into the seat like it should be.
This kitty's full of shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We play like 3 games.
dramatic effects.
For I just wanted you to see how upset I am.
I'll tuck it on my notes.
Blue dice wins.
I mean,
It all came from
it's a
your side of the
1917,
table, so it should all be your shit.
we might switch.
Yeah, but it's all out of order.
Man, that would make me mad to roll a 17 and then put on a dunce cap.
Right.
Like,
Did it roll a 17?
Yeah, but
And the other one got a...
19.
Welcome to Wileyverse, everyone. Where Dayton has got a dice throne and a timeout chair for his 2 dice. So he can determine who gets the spotlight. But don't worry, he will still
I
always
would
roll
say-
a 1
Who can,
when it comes to a history check.
who can help me on a history check too?
It is pretty uncanny.
That's going to be my new downtime thing. Like, what do you do with your downtime? I read a book.
Yeah.
Because this guy hasn't. He's just
You can
pretending.
make us do some history rolls to make him feel better.
Scott used to have other people roll his dice.
Oh,
for him.
yeah.
He'd have a tower. So it's like his tower, he'd have his hand on it.
Yeah.
Right, but you throw in the dice. So I rolled it. His luck was so bad.
I was mad because I was GMing on Wednesday and I was kidding everybody. Which you don't want to kill the characters, but it's like, ha ha, and then I couldn't roll damage.
Yeah.
I'm like, I strike you.
At
Yeah.
least
How much
that's
you do? I'm like, two.
At least that's a good trade-off.
It
right?
was, but like towards the end of the session though, they were like I'd be like, does a 22 hit you? They're like, yeah, bring it. Like they'd say that to me. I'd be like, fuck you. All right, 2 damage. Like, God damn it.
Bring it.
Yeah. No fear.
Yeah, it's funny getting that like a 3d10 firebolt cantrip and you roll a 2, a 1, and a...
Man, the biggest argument I've seen in D&D lately was someone was talking about magic missile again.
Huh.
And that in the 2014 rules, it can be interpreted and most likely was intended to be you roll 1d4 times 3. You roll once for your darts. All your darts do the same amount of damage.
Until we do that for a year, and then everyone goes, we should go back to the
Yeah.
And the
Green the grasses.
I was just wondering, I got a flank out.
and now I'm like worried that if I close it,
How do you get it back?
how do I get it back? Use the docs menu. Docs. Chat. There it is.
There we go.
All right. But the argument is, like, which one is better, right? Like, why would you roll instead of 1d4 plus 1 for each? It seems like it'd be better that way, but I guess statistically, rolling once and multiplying it is always better.
Oh, yeah.
It eliminates, like, it's just
Variables.
one scale instead of little spikes. Right? So
So
it's like, yeah, I got one sucky roll, but I can get 50% of the time, it's really good. It's the high end of everyone else's 3-die roll, right? 2 times out of
it
4,
does actually make a difference.
it does make a difference.
I get so skeptical. Do you remember Cats? Yeah, did I ever tell you playing 40k with him? He hated it. It's like don't roll all your d6s at once. Roll them separately because your odds are better if you roll them all at the same time. I could not convince him otherwise. He believed it so hard, man. It it'd be an argument in the game.
Shane has a whole speech. If you roll a dice and it's one above or below the number you're looking for, and you say close, he'll be like, "That's not how it works, because the percentage is the same for each." And then he
ain't
for
wrong.
some reason, I know,
Unfortunately, but
I
still.
know, he is right, obviously, but for some reason that's
But
the
in the
only
worst way.
that's
Right.
the only stat he knows, and he
If
will
you needed to
preach
roll a 4 and you rolled a 5, you weren't close.
Yeah.
You were the equal amount because you're looking for a single number.
Yep.
The only time you're close is when you're like, okay, I need to get 1 to 10, and I got an 11. That was actually pretty close.
That's just his hill. He's like, "I'm
Yeah.
gonna no, that's not how it works."
I think everyone's got to struggle with that at some point, trying to wrap your head around statistics stuff. It took me a while to figure out the like rolling 2d6, how it's like more common to get
Yeah.
a 7
Right.
because there's just more possible
Yeah,
combinations
it's
to
like
get there.
how can you get a 7? You can get it with a 6 and a 1,
Right, a 5 and a 2,
a
right,
4 and a 3. How can you get a
12.
12? A 6 and a 6.
And
And the other one that always gets me on that one is it's not like to get a 7. It's not a 6 and a 1. Period. It's a 6 and a 1 and a 1 and a 6.
Right.
Because either die does have 2 results it can roll to get that.
Yeah.
I got in trouble at a private school for teaching 5th graders this.
Craps.
So I described it as craps because I was like, "It's like craps," and I was like, "You do this and that, and that," and then I showed him how to do it with dice.
You
And I
told
wasn't-
them it's like crap.
Yeah, I was like, "This is this is
Don't
how
even think that this little thing's never been to
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah, well, that's funny.
There's no
Like,
craps, right?
I was trying to explain this. I was like, "There's more chance to hit this," and so the only way to do it is to show them. And I was like, "This game is called craps, and what they do is they try to bet based on this." I didn't say do it or say what the percentages
Sure,
were, how you do
sure.
money, but they both went home to their parents and were like, "We learned how to play craps. Do you want to play with me?" And they're like, "You learned how to play craps at elementary school?" And I got in trouble. I got pulled into the office and I had this whole conversation. And I was like, I didn't teach any gambling or anything.
Right,
like that.
right,
They're
right.
like, the optics, Mitch, the optics. And I was like, I get it now.
You don't tell the kids about betting.
Just
Betting
show
anything.
them. Yeah, I was like, just show them that the dice hit those
Yeah.
numbers more often and maybe write them down. Make a graph. And I'm like, I get it. It was just I just didn't think about it. I'm like, this game is called this, and this is how it works. And
Mr. Taylor said you start betting small, and then if you get on a roll, you bet
You get on a roll.
he's like, don't bet on a 3.
Blow on the dice, Mom.
And something about the
Jesus, kid.
Blow on the dice. God damn it.
This was for you.
Let's play D&D. That's enough stories about that. Blow on the dice.
Thanks, Tuts.
That reminds me of
For all of our viewer,
Stream
I'm
elements?
an elementary school teacher.
Don't say shit, stream elements.
Yeah, right.
Delete you. Well, before we get started, I kind of want to talk about combat.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to change anything now, but I have ideas, and I just want to open up a little discussion about
Dialogue.
some fun things, especially since I backed that Amber backer kit.
Mhm.
Look at that. Bing.
Cat dad
Holy
guy.
crap.
Only 21 months though, so it feels pretty weak.
We were
We went through a dark period there where
were you there
Just
in
wasn't
Palia when
fun.
we met Cat Dad PhD.
I think so.
Yeah. We were playing Palia one night. We were down in that undercrop thing fishing, and I was like, Dayton, look. And he's like, what? And like Dayton's name is Mr. Cat Dad or
no,
something.
it's Cat Dad guy.
Cat Dad guy. And this guy's name was like Cat Dad PhD.
Like,
Like,
oh,
oh no.
if you only just
I know.
applied yourself a little bit, you could have been like your brother.
I know he made a comment about it. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I was like, I can't fish here anymore. This guy.
Right. We did. We felt very out of place. We're like, oh, that guy's like your boss or something. We gotta get out of here.
We'll go play some more hot pot.
So, amber cards. Getting those amber cards. Action move, bonus action, reaction. And we kind of did that a little bit with the chips and all that, which got me thinking of how to streamline combat and make it more engaging and all that kind of stuff. And I did have an idea to throw out there, which is to take dagger heart kind of mentality of, saying how you want to do things and just kind of going at it. But with your tokens. So basically you have your tokens and you can spend your tokens for your actions at any time in the turn. That is like you could say I'm going to attack, so Dayton can go, oh, I'll use my bonus action to give you.
Oh, I see. I see.
He doesn't have to do all of his actions at once. You just throw in your actions as you use them in the narrative.
We could give that a shot. I like some of that freeform stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, you could take your bonus action right at the beginning of the round, and then let other people go, and then take your action at the end, type stuff.
Because even in this campaign, you even said like one of these could be used for like combinations. I don't think we ever like did.
We've used the combos like twice.
Have we? Okay.
We did on the Big Bug, right?
Yeah.
Not the Big Bug.
You did it on the.
It was a Big Bug.
Yeah, you did it on Kabuto.
Well, we didn't do it on the Kaiju, but we did it on the.
I pulled you up into the air and you like flew down on it.
The Kabuto in the cave near the
the first
underwater.
little pool we found with the female, the
And then
men
there
were
was
fighting.
something else you guys used it on. But those are inspirations. Or is that?
Hmm?
These are the inspiration tokens now.
Yeah, we've been using it for that. I'll take 3. Okay. Oh,
You have your one. And Mitch. All right.
Did I give him?
We gave yours to Mitch. You shouldn't have done that. So there's that. I'm not saying we do that right away.
I do that all day because kids run up and show you stuff and you're just like, whoop!
I think
This is the same joke for hours and hours and hours. Like, why would you why don't you put something in my face? Go ahead, sorry.
another thought I had about streamlining combat, a little bit more complex-ish, but also involved. But do you remember old Shadowrun? I don't know if you remember old Shadowrun. When you engaged in melee combat, someone was getting hit. And it wasn't necessarily the person that instigated the combat.
oh, I see.
So, like, basically, when you engage someone in combat, it's a back and forth.
Right.
And, like, if you've watched any kind of combat sports, fencing, SCA, boxing, MMA, once engagement happens, you'd be hard-pressed to go 6 seconds without someone getting hit.
Right.
Right. And that's, like, what I would do in this case, using the Shadowrun rules, is in melee, when you attack something, if you miss, you get hit.
No.
So you always either are hitting or getting hit, and then you draw that attack out of them. When it comes to their turn, they've already done an attack. So they just, I do other stuff with them. It makes it real quick because now I don't have to worry about that guy, really. The other thing is,
too,
it evens out player or action economy for the enemies. Like, every group of enemies, even if it's one or if it's like a dozen, essentially.
Oh, that's true.
Because they're only attacking. Well, we'll get to the other one. But if you attack something, it attacks you back. It can hit you. And then if Mitch attacks it, it can hit him. And then if he attacks it can hit him. So it attacked 3 times this turn.
Right.
Which evens out the action economy against you. But it could also it could have hit you back 3 players back, or it could have gotten hit 3 times. So balances.
The only problem I see with this is we're going to have to be very diligent with our cards, because as we're playing them as we do and stuff, when it's like my turn, I need to be like, oh, I'm out.
Yeah, you need to take that card and put it somewhere, and then we have a thing where we shuffle them all back.
Like, they have to go here.
Yep. So that being said, we don't have to do that this one. There's, like, you guys are in a puzzle dungeon anyway. It's not a shit ton of combat. So if we want to play around with that in some future combats, I will put some test combats in the game that we can try it out.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah. Welcome to the Wildverse, everyone. We're on Sundays. We play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition in the Forgotten Realms universe. In this case, it's in Kara-Tur, the far eastern realms of the Forgotten Realms, where we have reskinned it using Ryoko's Guide to the Yokai Realms, that book from D&D Shorts. Did you watch that video?
Yeah, I did.
Crazy.
Yeah.
The sigil VTT.
It looks so cool. I didn't know it had all those glaring issues.
Oh yeah, it was problematic from the start. I thought it was going to be cool, but again, like kind of he says, not to play D&D. Like, you play sigil.
Yeah, right.
And it's really bad at playing D&D.
I wouldn't mind learning how to do Foundry though. I've seen people do some crazy stuff running games through Foundry. But anyway.
our game centers around our group of heroes trying to track down why kaiju have suddenly reappeared in the land, destroying and causing all kind of havoc. Meanwhile, the territory itself is worried more about a hole in their wall where a neighboring nation may come in and invade. So they're really focusing in on the political aspect of this tragedy and the return of kaiju, and no one's really paying attention to the kaiju themselves, except for this small little group right here.
Just us.
Just you guys.
Just us, not a more competent group out there somewhere else.
All you got is
Yeah.
you. Who are you?
All we need.
Who am I? Well, that's an easy. I should know this. Smiling Mountain. I am playing Smiling Mountain, a Goliath monk, level 4. He's an astral self, and
That's all the info we need.
yeah, and
You use the stats. No.
yeah, he's got.
All right. Who are you in the back there?
I'm Dune Cherry Light. I'm a fairy wild magic sorcerer. I'm chasing down kaiju because it attacked my tree, sort of.
I am Balxador Moonwatcher. I'm an elf bard.
Balsador?
Might as well take your name down. 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
I was given the task of investigating the kaiju and why they went after the heaven on highs by my sage master Therian, and kind of put this group together.
And every week we're finding out more and more that you cut a lot of class.
I was busy getting laid.
So I was joking when I that one scene when he got that letter. I said, "I wonder who his favorite student is."
Yeah.
But now I don't know.
He's like, listen, guys, college had a lot more besides academics to offer me. And it was like food and culinary, not to mention social and cultural aspects.
He took all electives.
All electives.
Sometimes the Therian just went on and on about the same old thing, and I was just, I was elsewhere.
Right.
You figured you'd heard
You
this
were
story?
in the other room.
You're like, he just tells the same story every day. And then the other students are like, no, he just starts with, everybody, I say this every day, but this will be on the test. And he's like, oh, I've heard this.
You said this yesterday.
Yeah, I don't need to listen to it.
Oh man.
You've listened to the first lesson and tuned out all the rest.
Things are really going to change when I nat 20 one of these history chapters.
One day. One day.
Your third eye opens.
Prove it.
All right, our group has been tracking down various kaiju. They have fought one, Nomi, the battle beetle kaiju, and have driven it off from the land, and someone's little stick even absorbed a bit of Nomi's essence.
Pee.
Now they're going down searching a temple, the Temple of the Forgotten, that has apparently gotten up and started moving around.
On legs.
You think?
I mean, it could be treads.
Oh, temple treads.
On the way there, they have found a piece of heaven on high, a big test tower, a tower test, a tower of testing the metal of mortals that used to stretch from the earth to the heavens, that the kaiju knocked down and sent its pieces flying all over the province. They found a 3-story bit of it and decided to go in to see if they can glean any information or take care of any dangers that it may pose to the surrounding area.
Now we're on story 18.
You are on the 3rd room of the 2nd floor.
Out of the
Out of
three
3
floors,
floors,
right?
each with 4 rooms.
And we... You can keep going.
No, good.
I was just saying, we were trying to talk about this. We literally, where we left off, was like we just finished the map puzzle, so to speak,
Correct.
like where he put the stones in. And...
So, yeah, that is correct. So as they had gone in, let's do a quick recap for our own benefit as well. You guys entered the place and you found the mirror pillar to begin with. The first 2 people that approached that were confronted with evil versions of themselves, which once they beat, you got an orb, a light-colored orb and a dark-colored orb. When you went to this next room, there was a broken bridge that you had to cross, and 2 guardians, a light guardian and a dark guardian, that could only be hurt by the person holding the corresponding orb, the matching corresponding orb.
Oh.
So it was a big. They kept handing off the orbs to each other between attacks and all kinds of fun stuff, shenanigans with that. The third room of that was a garden in the shape of a yin yang. The garden was dead and withered.
But the puzzle was similar.
And in the dark half, it had a bunch of night blooming plants, and all of them were alive and angry at anyone that went into them. There was a fountain in the middle of all that needed the dark colored orb. And in the light colored side, there was day blooming plants, different mechanics, different beasts to fight, but there was a pool that the light colored orb needed to be put into.
I got that one wrong too. Although that one I felt like it might add a little more sense to it because it's a ball, so it's like the dot and the dot.
You wanted, but the fountain itself was
Yeah.
the opposite color, so it needed the light orb over the light side, even though the fountain
Yeah, like
was
the last
black.
puzzle.
Yeah.
All right. And in the final room was some champion that was kind of driven mad, seemingly by electricity. In that room, you guys got rid of the orbs there, by the way. They stayed there, and you guys got the rod. In the final room, the champion had gone crazy. It seemed to be being shocked with electricity, and he was just very angry that anyone was there and would attack the person that was holding the rod each time with his line attack. Hanging in the room were 2 large discs, one dark, one light, and by hitting the corresponding, or getting him to hit the corresponding mirror, it would reflect all damage done to him back. And you guys ran around in circles and blasted him down, and were able to make it to the next floor. The first room of that was a maze with a couple of voices that tried to steer you wrong.
That was the one I forgot about. He's like, you remember we did the maze? We were talking about this last week.
And in the center of that maze, you found a compass. And in the second room, that compass pointed you to a stairway down that only the compass holder could see, where there was a map, massive landscape of a map that you would stand on, and 4 statues. The people up top that didn't get to go down saw landscapes in all the directions that corresponded with the map. When the map person, the compass holder, picked up certain idols that were supposed to go into the 4 cardinal directions of the map, that beast would appear to the people up top, who would have to fight it while the person placed it correctly, hopefully correctly, which banished it. Once all 4 idols were placed, you were able to go back up, and you made your way to the 3rd room, where you are right now.
God, we lucked out with that puzzle too, because Rob was the right person strength-wise and knowledge-wise to do that.
We clearly planned accordingly and put the correct person down.
That was our
plan. What was going on? I don't know about lucked out.
It was good. I was so glad you were down there.
We won't talk about how for a moment we thought you might go down there and how detrimental that would have been for the whole situation.
Well, when you're making a plan, you have to workshop all ideas.
Yeah.
I would have knocked it down and started to roll it, and like take a break.
What's great is you're like, okay, well, just process of elimination, right? It's 1 out of 4. Like,
Yeah. The fish doesn't. And honestly, I might have tried that. I'd be like, well, this fish goes in the water, but that's too easy. I'll try it in the mountains first to see if that works. And if that doesn't work, then I'll put it in the water.
Well, I just kept telling myself, don't second guess. Just go with what seems correct.
Just thank God that puzzle wasn't involving light and dark colors and
Right.
putting them in the right spots. Then we would have been screwed.
Yeah.
You see 2 dark-colored orbs and 2 light-colored orbs. 2 light-colored holes and 2 dark-colored orbs. I'm going to put all of the black ones into the white hole. I'm like, no!
I want to stack them on top of each other.
Mm-hmm. I break one.
I break one so I can break them 2 of them so I can put a half in every one.
There you go.
But it's gotta be right.
Let's lock it in. Good chunk.
All
Just
right.
the portals in the tower just closed. They're like, I mean, now no one can solve it. You can't get in, you can't get out.
Oh, and finally, I'm Wiley. I'm the Dungeon Master. I play everybody else, which also includes Wisteria, their Kitsune companion. Just here to watch you guys fail.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it.
I saw an Instagram meme. I don't remember the movie, but the guy's he's talking and somebody taps him on the shoulder. He's like, "Oh shit!" And it's like when that NPC that you never
Yeah.
talk to shows up. Yeah.
Did I not post that?
Is that where I saw it from? Maybe that's where you
Because
did.
I like saved it and I was thinking about posting it. Now I don't know if I did
If you
post
didn't, yeah, if you didn't, then I saw this
But,
same one.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the when the DM's NPC that you've been traveling with speaks up for the first time. It's like, oh shit!
Yeah.
I forgot you were there.
Oh, that comic.
If only we could fly. I just
If
fucking
only.
get over the wall. Somehow.
All right, I'm gonna get out and I put my tow hook on it. I'm gonna sit on top
Yeah.
of my
Can we
unicorn.
hire
And it's like,
somebody?
Jesus Christ, just fly up there.
Oh, Shawnee.
Shawnee.
Yeah.
I was very
We're both
impressed
doing
the other day.
Shawnee.
Yeah. Very impressed the other day. He brought up her name on his own. I'm like, shit, someone actually remembers her.
You're gonna literally need a hashtag say her name shirt for Shawnee. Like, I can remember that NPC already.
I don't know what to tell you, man. You just
Don't
gotta,
forget Shawnee.
yeah.
Hmm?
Oh, I'm just saying. I guess you just gotta make more compelling NPCs.
I do. They can't all be Caladoras, so.
Yeah.
Which is funny is because like I remember like meeting Shawnee, we knew we were meeting the NPC because we were like rolled into this town and everyone was just kind of nondescript, and then all of a sudden, so this green hair, blah blah blah, tall tattoos.
Oh, someone important.
It's like,
Well, I think we were both really new to the game, and that was the first time that both of us were like, "Oh, this is what Wiley does when we meet an like we." It was the first time we could pick it out. We were like, "Hey, he's describing somebody a lot more than the other people."
It's interesting. Again,
this
it's
person is
present.
going to be important for us to forget.
So in Atlanteans
This
in
is
the Rift
important
universe
to forget.
are effectively immortal, and they grow an inch every year that they're alive.
Oh,
So they can get really tall.
right.
So you're remembering that she was also tall and tattooed because she was an Atlantean tattooed warrior. So you do remember. Makes me feel
Oh, good. I'm glad you got something out of that.
good.
It just took us a while. We weren't used to it yet. Honestly, I think the flying over the wall that was the last straw where Wiley was like, "You have an NPC. You've been traveling over the whole time."
You've seen her fly.
She
before.
you're like, she has a whole character sheet, and I was
Was
like,
that
"Oh,
a-
that's right."
Was that Beethoven and Iggy's adventure?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think Iggy was part of it yet. It was
No,
whoever.
Iggy
Oh,
was the
Iggy
first
was the
one.
first one. That's
Iggy
right.
was the
Wasn't it?
first one that went out.
Name
in Blazing
your
Glory.
good pilot.
Shit. Honey was the AI.
Oh, that's right, because he was all.
Yeah, and
was-
he had a German
he was
name.
like
It
a
was
cowboy.
Reinhardt something. I don't remember what his last name was because he went by Reinhardt. But Honey was Honey. Turn off the low ammo counter because the Glitter Boy had 100 ammo stocked in it, but it's expensive. So as soon as I fired off a single shot, it would be like low ammo.
Yeah,
And so I
It was
role
like-
played it
it was like
every
one of those
single
things, like,
shot.
every time you shot, turn off the logo. I'm like, "Alright."
You even made Honey suggest maybe we should turn it down to 95, and I was like, no. Turn feedback to 0.
Oh, good times.
All right, let's see this room.
All right, I've described this before, but I'm going to go over it again because it's been a couple weeks. You have walked into what seems to be a caricature, interpretation, a very illustrated-looking town.
Oh,
it looks
yeah.
like it's crafted and not like a real town. You go to the town square, or the town square is kind of like where you're led to, where there is a statue. The statue is of Tiaping Dashin,
Oh, yeah.
the great deity of the celestial scales. He
A
is
little balance.
He's a Libra.
all about balance. He's it's like a little shrine to him in the center of this place. And this is the great deity of celestial scales is a lot about personal and social balance. It's not like good deeds and bad deeds, but more morality and self.
The four corner.
There are 4 corners, 4 districts. In one district, you can see there is a bazaar. Lots of trinkets and things set up on posts and bags of spices and other things. There is a fully cowled woman wandering through the market like a customer. All of the merchants are like mannequins. They're just like caricatures of merchants. Then next is a yes. Then next is a fighting arena. It looks like it's like a dojo or a temple, and it's got a little fighting area in front of it, a sparring ground. And in there is a Earth Genasi who is all sweaty, and he's tossing different combatants that come up to him. There's like a bunch of kneeling mannequins and caricatures. It's not right.
It was me.
And he's wrestling. He's basically taking on challengers amongst his little sparring circle. The next one is a small little alcove of a house. Inside, you can see shelves of books and a old long bearded man sitting at a table, scribbling away and flipping through books. And the last one is a nice pastoral little park, little grassy knoll, with a young man sitting on the knoll with a box of games.
Ooh.
So when we walk in, sorry.
Yeah, there is more,
but the order of things, like in, let's say, quadrants here, is it knoll? It's here, bazaar, arena, old dude in the.
Yep.
Okay. Just want to picture the
Yeah. So if you're facing north, it is bazaar, fighting arena, knoll, library.
Time goes fast or something, right?
So time, day and night, cycles through this almost like if you see those plays with like they rotate the day to night like background, like big old circle, like night sky goes by, the moon, the sun comes up, and it just goes really fast. As it goes, the compass points at a different section of the city each time.
Is it like seconds? Like 5 seconds?
No, it's like minutes.
Okay.
Just like just sit there and just watch it happen. But
Imagine taking a nap here. Awful.
When the light first comes up in the morning, it would be pointing at the knoll, and it points to the bazaar, and it points to the fighting arena, the sparring ground, and it points to the library, and then back to the knoll. So, morning, midday, dusk, dead of night, morning, though every 4 or 5 days, a storm will roll in for a while, and you guys have to seek cover underneath the pagoda, the top of the shrine, as it kind of just rains down and everything kind of stops.
Except you stay in the rain for a bit. You still smell a little like pee.
Still?
It's like cat mark. I don't know if you've ever smelled that. When cats mark
Oh,
stuff,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like pee.
Ugh.
Yeah, I can't get rid of it.
There's no one else like moving around or anything, right? There's like
There's just the four.
like the mannequins in the bazaar or whatever, like they're supposed to look like customers.
They look like the merchants, yeah.
But otherwise, the only like people doing anything are the specific ones, like the dude riding the thing, the genasi fighting people, the actual merchant at the bazaar.
The woman, she's a customer.
Okay, and then the kid, the man boy,
Young man.
young man playing games. The man boy.
The man.
Man child.
Those are the only fully rendered, real-looking people. Everything else is just like the kind of, just looks like it's been made of clay type.
Yeah.
My initial thoughts, because Jiashan is here in the middle, is that each of these guys is going to have some sort of thing for us to do, but we're going to need to do something that balances us. Like maybe strength for me, and games for you. Does that make sense?
Could use more
Inner
games.
balance. Like I'm already smart. Like my character has wisdom and charisma, so to balance that, I would need to go and work in the dojo.
So you're saying I'm no fun?
No, I'm saying I could take your money easily in a game of cards.
Oh. Good luck. I don't have really.
Exactly.
Oh.
Because we played cards last week.
Yeah, it's great as you play cards. Wisteria gives you money to play cards, lose it to you. You hand it to Wisteria to hold.
I'm gonna call in my debt. Yeah. Wait.
So you're basing this theory off of the statue.
The statue specifically is about inner balance. And that's just my initial thought. Is like I don't understand the time aspect yet. We'd have to investigate that a little bit. But if each of these is some sort of challenge for like inner balance, I feel like the tiny mage caster needs to go see what's going on over there. Like our beater would go into that one, and then whatever it is you do, you would have to find the opposite of that. So whichever one is awake, I guess. No, it would be like you would do the knoll, and then Wisteria would do like haggle in the market, because that would make her uncomfortable and not something she would be normally doing.
I just think we have to be wary here that anytime we've been thinking like, oh, do the opposite of what we are, it's not been the answer. So like,
oh, you mean all of the other rooms we've been in that don't follow this pattern?
That's the only thing I'd say we should be careful about. Like, the old man writing in a book in the house seems very much like my section, and the arena seems very much like his section.
Having said that, let's try it your way.
I'm not sure where Wisteria fits in. Are you the player of games with the young man, or are you the shopper?
Well, I mean, the Kitsune would be the clever, smart one. Like, she would be the gamer, and I would be the shopper, because I'm the charismatic one. Maybe.
And where would I go?
You go to the arena. Good stuff.
You're gonna go punch the Genasi one time and win that section.
I'm already perfectly.
I would ask Wisteria, which one does she think fits her better, the games or the shopping? If it's indeed shopping,
Those are the two that I don't know.
Yeah,
based on.
She's like, that girl's hiding something.
Oh, the shopper.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you do that.
I'm like, she's up to something. I don't like her.
You can go pickpocket her. That would be cool. All right, so we got it. There we are.
So,
you hit stuff. I'll go play games.
But now the question is,
you
time.
Go study.
Time wise,
should we
just presume like we got to start with?
Do we start on the
young
day
man
after
on
the storm?
knoll, start in the morning like a normal.
That would make sense. Either morning or dead of night.
And if we get breakfast, we got to eat it really fast.
Hush. We want to do it when the arrow's on us, though, right?
I'm starving.
How long have we been in here?
What if we do?
Days.
Do you think that?
Months.
And what about the storm? Do you think it
Wasting
Might.
Or do you think if we wait for a storm, it doesn't matter what order we do it in?
It seems that the people leave when the storm is up.
Oh, so it is like a reset. So we might have like 4 tries
Also,
at each one.
The storm lasts for 9 days.
Oh.
We've been in here for hours. Let's get moving. Huh?
It sounds like a lot, but like the days are going by fairly quickly.
But we have a couple minutes at each one, which would
Right.
be like, 15 rounds of combat or whatever.
I think our best bet, at least to start, it would be as soon as the compass hits early morning, young man with the games.
All right.
You go find out what that's about.
Do you want us to separate and take our positions right now and do it like that, or do you want to accompany each person to their trial?
I want to watch the games.
And I don't want to be left alone.
I would say like we probably shouldn't split up right away in case we.
Yeah. Let me see where we are. Dungeon. Yeah, you should come with me.
But I think you being the guinea pig is a great start.
Fantastic.
I was hoping to use him as the guinea pig, but his section is third on the list.
Well, if we do it my way, he goes first.
But if we do it that way, he goes in and then nothing happens because it's the third
We
section.
learn 2 things. Don't do it like that.
We either don't know that nothing happens because he went in there and failed, or he went in there and it's just not the right time.
I go first. So, is there some sort of obvious entrance? Like, do I walk through it?
Yeah, there's like an archway into the park where he's just up on this little hill, kind of in the shade of a rose tree.
I brought my own.
And
Oh, wait.
he's got the box of games, and he's lounging on the ground.
I brought my own dice.
Your mini micro dice. He's lounging on the ground. He's got a fan. He's fanning himself, and he's got Give him his kitty for him.
Yeah, that's what this was.
Holy crap.
So you can roll him in the kitty.
I can't even pick up the D4.
Yeah, he's pretty tricky. It's easier to kind of poke yourself and rotate it, yeah, or to stab it and pull it like that.
Wow. Can't read any of that.
Yeah, when we were playing the other game, I was using those because I'm over in the corner. It's just easier, sorta. So every dice, I'd be like, I rolled a 7. They were just in case Cherry reduced size on him.
So he has dice to roll.
Really, I found they were miniatures, and I was like, I like mini stuff, and it gave me a reason to make a mini kitty. Anyway.
So there is a archway that leads out to the park where he is sitting under the shade of a cherry tree, fanning himself. He's on, a blanket has been put out, and he's got a little squat table, and he's lounging on the ground.
Nice tree.
When you go in,
I say that.
once he enters the threshold, it's kind of like the first room again, where you guys are very, very far away all of a sudden and can't get to him, no matter how much you move.
I was gonna ask if there's like something that's like preventing us from also joining a section.
Can they hear me if I yell?
Can
you guys hear me?
Like you can sit in the town square and you can see him up on the grassy knoll. We now have the video. They released those files.
Yeah.
So,
tell him I'll yell back to just go ahead and I'm okay. I figured this was gonna happen. So there's nothing you can do. Get out. Go to your spot.
When he goes in, time seems to slow down. And the compass stays
like where
pointing.
we are.
Yeah.
Time slows
So
down.
the day kind of stops and the compass keeps pointing at his.
Can I tell that?
You could, to you, it looks like it's morning and it's not going fast.
Can I see the hand or anything anymore?
The hand of
There was no hand that was pointing to each of the
the
rooms.
compass.
The compass. Sorry. Can I see the compass?
They have the
Oh,
compass,
that's right.
I'm
God
assuming.
damn it.
We'll show it to you.
But it does not
I
the
cast
moment you-
enlarge.
The moment you walked in here, though, you could tell that the sun isn't going as fast as
Gotcha.
it was.
Okay.
Now it just seems like morning.
Is there a food stall around here?
Nope. But he does have a big old bottle of sake,
Right.
and you can see that he's kind of got a little pasty of a complexion. He's sweating. He's pours himself a sake.
I do say nice tree because it's a cherry tree.
He goes, well, and he kind of kicks the box of games toward you.
Hot out here. I cast gust.
Cool him down.
Yeah, that's down.
Okay.
Harmless sensory effect, causing rustle, wind to slam shutter, clothing to ripple in the breeze. So rippling in the breeze.
Okay. Kicks the box of games. It's got all the oldies and goldies.
Shoots and ladder.
Go.
Guess
Not
me.
on.
Oh,
Three Dragon Ante. Dice games. Candyland.
Candyland.
Hot pot?
Yeah.
Hot Pot.
Don't wake daddy.
Mousetrap. Spend 2 hours putting up the board game together
Don't break the
for it
ice.
not to work.
Love Don't Break the Ice. I love that
That was
game.
a
Don't
good
break the
one.
ice.
I have it at Thirsty's.
Ooh.
It's even better as an adult because everyone knows what they're fucking doing.
Right.
So
Well-
it turns into little or you
Not-
run into those people that have you're just like, wow, you don't know shit about any holy cow.
I was like, when someone hasn't played in years,
Uh-huh.
they are just like, oh yeah, all I do is just tap this out, right? And then they tap pieces of it. Well, that was
Yeah.
clearly the dumbest thing you could have done. But you'll learn.
I have played with a couple people where I'm like, you asked me to play. I didn't make you
That's
do
gonna
this.
be me. I don't think I've
Wait.
ever played it.
Do you know how tension works?
Yeah.
Then
I mean, I
you're-
think I do.
you're gonna be
One way to find out.
Anyway, I see you got a box of games there.
What else is there to do during the day?
Is that a real question? Just kidding. Naps, baking,
I can use
dancing, take a nap. Anything good in there?
Do you
Trying to
have
see.
proficiency?
Yeah, I
in
was just
game
checking
stuff?
that. I was looking at my skills, not my proficiencies.
Are you trying to figure out why you can't get into the knoll?
Yeah, you got it.
He's over here.
Are you miming?
You want to go somewhere else?
Um,
Watching.
so what are you doing here?
Oh, what are any of us doing here? Just whiling away the daylight hours so I can get back into the cups tonight.
Cups.
You want a drink?
Sure. Sweet.
Sake.
Ooh,
It's sweet.
it's okay-ish.
You don't like sake?
I don't like alcohol. No, I was kidding.
Oh, right.
Cherry's fine with that. Sake would be just fine. Especially since where we live, I'm like, yay, sake again, like everywhere else. That was the weird thing about Ireland. It's like, hey, Guinness. You want a Guinness? Like, yeah. And then after like 4 or 5 days, you're like, what else do you got? Like, but that's the only NA beer they have is NA Guinness, but it's all good. So I'll take my drink and I'll sit down. I was gonna ask him what his favorite game is, but that sounds like shooting myself in the foot.
I love shooting myself in the foot.
Right?
That's a great game.
I don't have any proficiency, but we have RP'd some 3 Dragon Ante conversations in the group, so I'll reach into his back or his box or whatever and pull out the 3 Dragon Ante.
All right.
I'll challenge him.
Okay.
What do you think?
So,
A cheat.
are you gonna cheat?
No, I don't know.
Like, so the way you're gonna go is you don't just in the game.
How do you cheat at chess? You know what I mean? Like you have to sleight of hand that shit. People memorize the board.
You don't have proficiency in it, so you're not gonna get a proficiency bonus.
What about instead of cheating or anything like that? What if I distract?
And just try to win passively.
Yeah, like I'm playing, but I'm also like, let me tell you about that time that I fell off of a rhinoceros. Like, you know, just telling him stories and trying to make him laugh. And
So I'll let you do a performance to get him distracted. And all.
No.
What were you thinking? You were
I don't know. I was only gonna come up with, hey, I actually got some performance.
All right.
Have another
And
drink. Have
yeah,
another drink.
he's just like looks hungover. That's what he looks
Oh,
No.
like.
Yeah,
Fanning
yeah.
himself and hot and trying to drink.
that's the 18.
6. So.
Long night.
Oh yeah, just you take this and go. He reaches over and he puts this pretty like large, heavy token like that kind of heft to it in your palm, and it has it's a like very stylized. One side looks like it's cherry blossoms, and on the other side it's wings, like fairy
Cherry
wings.
blossom swings.
So wings, but it's not like one side or the other. It's the face of it is cherry blossoms, which optically illusion like phase into the wings on the other side. So it's like winged cherry blossoms, or
So it's like
cherry
made
blossom.
for me.
That's what it looks like. It's just a nice big, almost like metal. Like
What's
you
this
wear.
for?
You won it fair and square.
Huh.
Mm.
But we didn't play any games.
Just played 3 Dragon Ante.
Oh, that's right. We
You
did.
distracted
Sorry, I just
yourself.
rolled. Yeah. How'd you like the story?
Your
that I just
performance
told?
was so good, you distracted both of you.
Blah blah blah. You win. Damn it. Can you tell me what I did so I can do it again next time? Like, you opened with the Monty. Like, I don't know how to do that. So I'll thank him. I'll also leave him some water
Okay.
since he looks hot and hungover. Good luck,
All right.
or better luck next time. Check out what I got. Can I make it back out?
Mhm.
It's easy.
Yep,
Look at
you
this.
walk back out and the day progresses.
What'd you get?
Paid to play games.
Oh. So is it my turn to go in there now?
I don't know what's
No,
next
the
is
bazaars
hers, right? Yeah.
Am I? Is it me?
I think so.
So
You had an inkling about this lady, so
he heads in.
This is weird as a GM. You like wrote a puzzle that you get to play by yourself.
It'd be funny if he fails and we're stuck.
So she walks in, and you can see her like walking around the market, like pretending to shop while following this cowled woman that's walking around. And then she like kind of comes around, and there's a confrontation between them two. And you see like the cowled woman like out of her sleeves like pulls out stuff she's been stealing from the merchants of the bazaar, and then kind of hands Wisteria something. And Wisteria walks out with a token.
does she show us what this token looks like?
Yep, the token has 2 purple tails that also kind of go into the wisteria flower. So 2 purple foxtails.
Oh, I wonder what flower I'll get. What do they read it?
Ooh. Just want to put bets on what his token's gonna look like.
I mean, if it were going literal, it would be like a mountain that either curls into a fist or a smile.
That's a stupid looking flower.
Tell me about it.
Oh.
It's gonna be a plain ass stone.
It's just a
Well, they
copper
got
ore.
flowers.
Like he doesn't actually get a coin. It's just the
The
raw
rock.
copper.
I love this.
Yeah, we're gonna have to turn these in at the end. You're like,
No,
we live
no.
here now.
Yeah, what you give me for it?
Well,
Every
I
day at
bet
noon, I go
you
fight.
guys 100 gold that it's going to be a mountain with a sliver of jade going through it.
Yeah, but you wrote the puzzle.
You want to take that bet?
You have all my money already. Like, I don't have a wallet.
We're taking the bet.
All right.
I walked to the arena and I waved to the hello rock man, I'm going to beat you.
So you did wait for the time.
For the time,
wrap
yeah,
up.
absolutely.
So you walk in and he's just like squatting there as the sun is starting to slink low. Sweat is just running through, rivulets along his brown, stone-like skin. And he's just like, oh, another worthy challenger. Step forward. Yeah, strides forward.
I'll step forward and I'll say, so what do we do? Arm wrestling or what? Regular wrestling? Or do I just punch you in the face?
I shoot an arrow into the infinite distance between you and me.
Just like,
I wonder how long.
Stays there.
one day, it'll get there.
Kill an innocent man.
He's like on his,
Athletics.
he's like on his way out.
In the neck.
I dropped my token.
I grabbed it and throw it back.
Oh my god, you drop
It
your
is
token
based
in the
on
in-between
strength,
space. It's just
grappling, or whatever it
gone.
is. So I think you get advantage as a Goliath.
Oh, I think we figured
look
that
at-
out last time.
It's right there.
Features
Just
and
right
shit.
there. It's on athletics.
Oh, you're right.
You
I
have the
had
little-
advantage.
you have the A. If you click it, if you click that A, it should pop up and tell you what it is.
Powerful build.
Just wrestling. Straight wrestling.
Straight wrestling.
Uh-oh. A 2 and an 8.
Ooh.
That's a 12.
All right. This thing's like, he comes up and goes, it's just straight wrestling, or it just tosses your ass out easily.
See, I told you he should have done the game. That one was easy.
I get up and dust myself off. Ooh.
We have to wait till tomorrow.
Yep, the day passes, the time passes, so the compass is no longer pointing there.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if our coins are going to disappear when the day resets.
We'll find out.
Yeah. All right. So go do yours.
Do you go? You're staying out, or are you going back?
I'm going immediately back in.
Yeah. So he goes back in, and the compass is not pointing at that anymore. It's night, and it locks in at night because he walked in at night. So the compass is currently pointing at the library, though.
I love that. Smiling Mountain is testing testing the traps, which is appropriate. Like I get that, and you're RPing it so well as I do this because why not? And we're all of us are like, no, it's like really.
We'll get you real quick.
Yep. Oh my god, a 1 and a 5. That's even worse. That's going to be a 9.
You.
This guy's really strong.
Welcome back.
So are you going
Just
in?
chill for a minute.
Wait,
Okay.
he's off wrestling. He's walked back in. Are you going to wait, or are you going to walk into the?
Can I walk
You
in?
can.
I
Yeah.
was like, nothing's stopping me.
Nothing's
Because
stopping
he
you.
went into a section on the wrong time. I can still go
It
in.
seems like you can.
Let's go.
So
Wisteria, let's
he's
drink all
over
the
there
wine
getting
before-
He's over there wrestling, and he walks into the sage's den.
Wisteria, let's drink all the wine before they get back.
Too late.
Ah.
I also ate all the food. Don't tell Smiling Mountain.
Damn it! Tell him
If something
So
that's terrible
when
has
you walk
happened.
in,
you ate it all. We'll tell you ate it all.
That'll work.
he goes, looks like a learned young sage in training. Welcome.
You hear a
You've
distant...
come to gain my token, have you? Well, you see my library of books. You have, and he takes this big hourglass and he flips it over, this long to find something in these books to question me on.
Okay. So I start.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
If I cannot find the answer, then you win the coin.
So I have to find a book and then just question him. Question him on
On whatever you want. Anything that's contained in the books in the library.
All right. Do you got like a list of these book names for me, or
So you could,
what do you want me to do?
a lot of these you know, at least by name, because you are sage.
Yeah, just name one of those. Go on.
You know, there's a lot like to it. Like, you have to find something you don't think he'll be able to find in his own books.
Does he have all his teeth? Like, ask him a dental question.
Has to be in the books.
Oh, well, find a dental book.
So this is his. This is his library.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I just have to ask him a question, not necessarily find a book in here to ask him from.
It just has to be something that he can find the answer to in one of his books.
We'll figure out what
Get
type
the
of books.
studying.
Yeah, figure out what types of books he has.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
What do you want to do? Are you like there is a psychological thing to it. If you walk up to one book and pull it out and read it and then put it back and ask him a question, he's probably gonna go, "Oh, did you get it from that book?" and get it right up and go pick up that book. So you coming up with your own question on books you know yourself will not give away where you got the question from.
Okay, so like I can look around, see a book that like, okay, I know what's in that book. Let's ask them a question from that.
You could do that.
Let's try that.
Okay. So go ahead and make me a history check.
In the novel, everybody poops. What page
Now,
does
I
the
do
bear
say
poop on?
it is. This place is musty, stacks of books everywhere, shelves of books all the way to the ceiling, and it's like tiny and kind of cramped, just books and papers and all this stuff. And it's dead of night. So he's got like candles all around him, but there's like just little candles here and there around the place. You see just fine because dark vision, so you're unhindered by this.
A history check, huh?
A history check.
This is my forte, boys.
You are setting the DC.
You're doing Minotaur rolls.
Sage is awesome.
Hey, it kind of worked. I got a 23.
23. So you look around, you see books that you know that have some good esoteric or just like very singular but not really unique knowledge. Like you don't want to have something that, if he knows it, you just know it because it's so unique. But you see some books that you can get some good information from. And then when the time runs out, he takes it and he flips it and goes, "Now I have this long to answer your question. What is your question?" And you pose him the question you got from your book.
Which is
Inspiration if you want to come up with a question.
In real life music, I had no fucking idea what to ask this guy.
let's pull something from the I Ching.
Yeah. I'll be like, do something from your alchemy book. Be like the combination Duralin. It's the antithesis of
Okay.
alchemy.
So he gets up and he like takes a little candle thing with him. He's like, yeah. Has to like go up to every book almost and like read the title to try to find where he's at to find this. So, good night. Good evening.
He runs out of time.
He indeed runs out of time before he before he finds the book to answer your question.
I go up, up, up.
Fine, then. I think it's cheating though, but here, hand you your token.
Where's my
It's like shaped like a pine cone with a handle.
God damn.
What do I do with this?
Oh, you never asked.
It's an ink pen, and out of the end of the ink pen, it comes like a swirl of your energy is pink.
Yes, it's whatever color this is. It's pinkish.
Into a pink
Looks like
swirl,
red.
like a which almost can be a
It's all
mon for knowledge.
Vermilion.
All right. So you come walking out of your side when he comes thrown out of his side.
Look at this arrow. Like,
Caught on the way out.
yeah.
Is there another one of these?
No.
Robert, get the rebels for you. Just get 2.
I think there's another Junberry in there, right?
There's these.
I'll
Two
take
of them are high noons, and
Oh. Then there's a red and a blue one.
the red.
Do you not like the blue one?
I don't care either way. Do you want the red, and I'll take the blue?
I don't really want the red one.
Oh, you don't want the red
I
one?
don't really want the red one, but if you don't care,
Yeah, then I'll take the red.
okay, cool. Unless it's something, is it watermelon?
It's watermelon.
Okay, then yeah, I'd rather not if you
Yeah.
don't care. All right.
Ask someone new to get the Red Bulls. They don't know the flavor hierarchy yet.
Oh, good.
So-
I always know that's gonna happen.
Whatever. It all tastes like Red Bull.
And I'm the only one that's picky about it. That's why, like, every other time, like, it's only happened like 2 or 3 times. Where, like, could somebody else grab the Red Bull? It's like, I get what I get. Like, there's nothing that I can't be like yellow only, but if no yellow, the Kurano one.
You could
The
totally.
Kurano, like the green one, the light green, not
I'd
the dark
say
green.
green and yellow is what
The new
I
one?
usually see.
But
him
there's like
grab.
different shades of green too, because of the Karuba one is yellow, or is like a yellowish green, and then the dark green one comes out seasonally too, and is like the Christmas berry one.
There's a new
Winter-
one that
winter berry.
is grapefruit and violet.
Ooh.
No.
No. Oh, that's the one you were talking about. Was gold?
I think it's violet, but it's like
Oh, we talked about
it's
that. Floral.
lavender
Yeah.
smell, like this, like when you have lavender air fresheners or anything like that. That smell, that floral smell, it's grapefruit juice with that smell blasting you in the nose. It is like I have my favorites and not favorites of Red Bull, but it's all pretty meh. That one, I'm like, I will actively never buy this one again.
Well, I guess I go back in there.
So are you going like you walk out, you see him get thrown out, you see him just standing up to go right back in. It is morning.
Relax.
We hold you.
I gotta beat him.
Devin Tangle.
She's sitting there with like a big old thing of sunflower seeds just popping. I'm like, oh, I was enjoying this.
So if I tell him to wait,
Let's at least see if our coins remain
yeah, I was like,
until the
let's see.
morning.
You're right. I need to prep myself up. I need to get in the zone.
Okay.
That was a hell of a roll.
I know.
It's-
Those are my end of the night centaur roll. What's wrong, Mitch? I want to cry.
Oh, who do we got? Is it all in
Oh,
best viewers?
best viewers, not just like the what can get viewers. They're the best ones.
Oh damn! Maybe we should consider that one.
Yeah, that's the first one that they told us was the best, and it's the best. You can't get better than that.
Right.
Those are the best ones.
Best is not a word.
Best-er?
Yeah.
Bester?
I have heard people say the bestest.
Also, ironically.
You can be bested.
You can be bested, but you can't be bester.
I mean, if you were the one that did the besting, aren't you the bester?
Oh.
You can always have an extra too. Almost by definition, you can always have an extra.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
extra best,
Yeah.
or have an extra best.
Who is
Can
the
be
best in
more
this
best
situation?
or the most best?
This is best, but I could have 2 of them. I can have an extra best. And now I can have
That's the
multiples of the best.
bests.
Bests. Ooh.
Bests.
Ooh. There we go.
Can I punch this man yet?
No,
It
sorry.
is now
I could do that all night. I love that shit. Sorry.
midday,
Let's get out of here.
and then it is.
Do we still have tokens?
Yep, you still have tokens.
Sweet. We
But
just got to
you
do
can
it
hear
before
a
it
peal
rains.
of
Yeah,
thunder.
exactly.
Before it rains.
Beat that guy
Alright, so
before
it's-
you get
it's-
slippery.
His turn, so to speak. Again.
Dusk. Head in. He's again
We're all
now
pushing you now.
panting, covered in sweat because he's been wrestling all day.
You're pretty strong.
This is your
And
time to
at night,
shine.
speaking of which, at night he doesn't have any wrestling partners. Like he just sits there basically.
When
And
you're
during
supposed to go in, he's just hanging out.
at night, no, he's
You're sleeping.
he's fighting through the day, and then at night he has no opponents. Like no one fights him, so it's like he's resting. So the reason why you want to go in at dusk is because he's been wrestling all day. That's when he's at his most tired.
All right. I can't
Is the
imagine
shit,
this
you
guy
know,
ripped me in half
Going
in the
in,
morning.
like the guy in the morning is hungover, and he gets more and more drunk and better at games as he goes by. He's not feeling sick or distracted. The guy can't see at night. The thief trying to steal in midday.
Broad daylight?
I give him. Well, I was trying to yell at
Inspiration.
you. I give you bardic inspiration.
Ooh. Dude, that'd help if I roll a 1 and a 5 again.
Comes out to 7.
That's a 5 and a 1 plus a 7 next to it.
17.
Yes.
Stupid.
And a 1, followed by a 7.
So that'll be athletics. So that'll be 21.
All right. You get him, like he's about to pick you up. You're going, not this time! You flip him over and slam him on the ground. He goes, ah, good show! Hips up and hands you
I'll take my flower now.
a
So what's it look like?
mountain with a seam of jade through it.
Boo.
I was hoping maybe he would have changed it.
I
Mysterious
cast
winds.
prestidigitation. It looks like I described it.
Thanks.
That would work.
Do you want to come with us?
No, I live here.
Oh. Why?
Wait, did you say that would work?
Yeah.
Did I get a
Prestidigitation.
correct usage of prestidigitation?
You did.
I did it.
Because you can put a mark onto something.
Sweet. I did it finally. 8 years of D&D.
I know what prestidigitation does now.
At least one aspect.
Or bad.
With one spell. Got it right. I know how grease works too.
Yes, yeah, grease is a good one. So you just say it. Did it hurt when this whole thing just kind of fell out of the sky?
What fell out of the sky?
The little room you're in. We're all in.
I'm super,
Oh,
I'm
How
super,
sad to let this guy know he works in the mall and he doesn't know it.
it's like I'm super happy my character's not actually there for this conversation.
You know, the whole heaven on high pieces, kaiju game. That's why it's still storming for 9 days.
Oh, I don't wrestle during the storms.
I don't have an opinion on that. I really wanted to have an opinion on that, but I just don't. Well, anyway, toodaloo. I made a friend,
Sweet.
and I got this.
Is there a restaurant in town we can spend these coins in?
Ooh.
You want to try to find a restaurant in town that you can spend the coins
No, it's gonna rain soon.
on?
We had a
Let's
couple
see.
more days.
So nothing happens like initially when he comes out, right?
When he
We all
comes
still
out?
have our tokens.
It starts going into night.
We need to hurry though. Let's go the opposite of the way we came in to town.
Oh, we should take him to the storm now that we got our little tokens. We can best the days of thunder.
The storm might reset our tokens. You think we need to do anything with these tokens and that statue in the middle?
You know, this is gonna be the first time that we're gonna see the castle or the tower reset. Like we're gonna prove our own stupid hypothesis by not making it in time. But I think whichever way we came in through, because we came in from what is basically the south, right, through town. I think we should continue on through the north and see if we can't get through now that we have like won all of the things.
Not the statue.
Oh, the statue. Yeah, put our coins in the weights then. Forgot about the statue.
Nice, but which one's in which?
I don't know.
Are there like spots to put her?
Well, this
Yeah,
one has a.
He's like this in this one. I may have done this before, but he's more like this.
So we got a
have any
balance on
scales
top
or
of his head.
Does he have a fountain?
No.
Does he have any obvious place to put coins?
No.
Is there an exit,
An exit.
like to the north?
Yeah, I mean the road keeps going to the north.
Okay, so try that.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, you walk out of town, and as you're walking through, like, pretty much what seems to be a illustrated countryside, the trees start to kind of give way and shorten, and everything kind of darkens to the point where like it's night, but then the stars kind of go out, and then there's this deep husky hue to the horizon, and the trees are now not trees anymore, but they're just kind of like obelisks, just like the space, the outlines of things on the side, until eventually those outlines kind of start to resolve down to people. Like they look like they're clay, like those kind of clay statues that you can see on the countryside of in Japan, China, Asia, like the clay warriors, the clay people and villagers. And as you're going through, this kind of opens up and you're surrounded by a crowd of these clay people. And in the center is a very large statue of a sitting Tianping Daishin.
Tianping is a Tianshan.
And he has his hands out, palms up, on either side of him. He is like draped with a mantle of it's light on one side, dark on the other. He's got offerings all around him, candles lit, and just quietly and in the dark dusk of the outskirts are all of these people watching. And as you make your way towards this statue, out of the corner of your eye, if you don't look directly, you can see your old master in the crowd, and the Moon Woman, and your sage master. Everyone that you've ever known or has been a part of your life, you can kind of see in the crowd around you. But when you look, it just looks like the generic clay statues. But
what are you doing here?
But it's not that anymore.
No.
Like you look and you're just talking to a clay, lifeless clay statue.
And if I ask the statue if it's seen my master, does it respond? No? Okay.
The offerings at the foot of.
I don't know about that. What, like a joke?
The rest of us are just walking along, focus on the thing. He's out here talking to voices. Like,
It's probably that same negative voice we heard before too.
it's like, focus, listen. You know where you're at. You're in the piece of heaven on high.
Hey.
The compass is slowly.
That's why I tried to tell the
spinning
other
around,
guy. He was listening.
and then it like stops and starts going the other way, and then it stops and starts going the other way, and kind of.
The offerings at the foot of the statue, do they have like a type? Like on one side, do they look like one thing, and then another side? Now it's just hodgepodge.
Just a hodgepodge.
Our coins, mine has a flower on it. What's on yours? Like a flower and wings.
This is an ink blot in the symbol of knowledge with an ink pen.
She has a flower.
She has the wisteria flower with the twin tails.
So two of the coins have a flower and two don't. So that might be the half and half that we're looking for. But I don't know which one would be. It already did. That would be bad. Well, I stopped baking.
Who are you talking to?
I'm not really sure. I think it's the voice from the maze. Remember the mean one?
Oh, yeah, the bean berries.
The mean maze.
My charisma's high, so I like to talk back.
Who's holding the compass? Is it still you?
Me?
I quit holding stuff after the rod, so it's not me.
Yeah, it's you.
Okay.
The compass, like, as you're listening to these guys talk to themselves, the compass points behind you and stops for a second. And then as you turn around, something whips out. It kind of looks like a person, but it's just very shadowy and indistinct. And it just kind of tries to whip through the other statues, comes out, and strikes through you. Passing through you to attack.
Right through me.
Strikes through you, like actually passes through you corporally. Incorporally. Ooh, ouch. That did a lot. That was a natural 20.
Hey, the first natural 20 of the session!
Yay!
I'm glad it was on this.
Pee-wee's Playhouse
Yeah.
20s.
Uh-huh.
What'd you roll? A 20!
You take.
It's a 2 with a 0 behind
Shit. I'm gonna do something I normally don't do. Okay. You take 19 damage. As this thing just tears into you psychically. You can feel exhaustion setting into you and just the futility of this journey.
He does
almost.
have a heart. He did have a heart after all.
And now it's
And the
broken.
thing, you guys all see this, and it goes back into hiding in the midst of the crowd.
Oh, shit.
And you can see you're kind of like staggered, and you can see the compass is like tracking kind of where it is throughout the crowd.
Max, are you drunk?
I'm gonna try.
Did y'all see that thing?
Yeah.
Did we?
In fact,
You did, absolutely.
Okay. I had to feel weird.
I am tired, but I think I can do this. Here we go. I'm gonna use, because I already used my use of it, but I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire at that thing and try to light it up.
Okay.
Dex 14.
It passes, but you need to roll your wild magic.
Oh no, I don't, because that just happens
No, you need to.
to see if it goes off.
Yeah.
Because I made my advantage.
Yeah. I'm saying roll on your wild magic.
Oh, I thought
not,
you were saying.
not if it. Yeah, not the
Yeah,
random.
yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
I that's why I was saying I don't have to roll to see if it goes off. It just goes off. Oh shit, 90.
Oh, that's high.
Yeah.
A fireball. Send it down yourself.
No, that's like right in the middle somewhere. Like it's a
Ooh.
weird number. It's like 27 to 36. Like it's some weird one.
Yikes. Or maybe high is good on the wild magic check.
There we go. 89 to 92. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you take 40-10 lightning damage. So if I can see that thing, it takes 40-10 lightning damage.
You cannot.
So you take
Smiling Mountain takes, it says up, it says up
says up
to
to.
of my choice, so it doesn't do anything.
Ugh.
I feel the surge of lightning energy and I let it siphon off into the ground.
Oh, that's a good one. You'd only get that in a combat encounter.
I know 40-10 is pretty heavy.
I
What were you thinking?
totally think
I
that
don't.
you should have said you must declare 3 creatures.
Yeah. Like I have all this lightning. What do I do with it? That would have been the worst because it would have been you 3.
Now the question is though, like, I guess the statues don't count as
You
creatures.
could
It'd
just
be like,
smash some statues if you wanted to.
I'll just let it siphon off.
So you do that, like the lightning kind of courses through you, and you're holding your branch as your magical focus. And you see it like
I broke
and it
it.
goes into the thing itself, and from like periodically from here on out, that thing statics a little bit, like
and hurts you.
it kind of reminds you of the champion on the first level that kept getting shocked by that lightning.
He seemed to enjoy that a lot.
Yeah. He went crazy, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
As long as I don't resist the tower.
Say that the kaiju were up front. That's crazy. Still gonna beat him up.
Well, that was my action for trying to catch the thing.
Compass
Where'd it
is
go?
spinning, stopping, moving.
don't want to be holding this thing anymore. It's scary.
Scary.
Shake
I mean,
off
because
the
I could
door.
be pointing out to like, guys,
Get it together.
he's there, he's there. Oh, now he's over here. It's whatever it is, but
You
like,
see
that's
that on
not
the
gonna do
compass?
anything.
Are
for
you
us.
watching it?
Yeah. I'm trying to like let them know, like, okay, this way, that way. Does anyone see it?
Let's
That
catch
way.
it.
Try your arms.
Can I?
They don't need eyes.
Can I heal my spell
Ooh.
self while
Yeah.
I
Bust out my arms.
put in my notes what I have stored in my ring and what I've used and not used?
Healing force damage, gentlemen, friends.
You know what? Hang on.
The Jade Ladies can catch it.
Save your actions for a second.
Retract.
I'm gonna drink the celestial sunrise.
Okay. Whee!
Go.
So now you are glowing brightly.
Very brightly. So I'm casting bright light for about 20 feet and dim light for an additional 20 feet. Beverage is rejuvenating, powerfully flavored with pineapple, orange, and honey, with just a hint of pomegranate and as an aftertaste. The alcohol within this potion affects a creature twice as much as alcohol within a non-magical beverage. I didn't read that part. Too late now.
You see it stop, and it attacks.
What is that?
Hold on, I gotta take
Huh?
this.
That's my timer going.
Oh, okay.
Because he's getting attacked.
Yeah. I was just reading this.
And you're yelling out when it stops.
Yes.
Ooh, me?
You is indeed. 13 misses you, right? You
Yeah.
dive out of the way.
Can I try to reaction catch it with my jade arms? No?
No.
Oh. No help.
You try, but it's just like it's nothing there. It can pass right through you.
No, I was
so-
hoping the jade arms could get him. Since
Right.
they're also
So what else does that thing
incorporeal.
do? Is that it? It does something else when you.
You see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, for the next 8 hours. In addition, the light cast from your mouth due to the potion's common effects increases, casting bright light out to 40 feet. So as long as I go,
Everything
everything
like
is
lit
like
up.
grit.
So now there's like tons of shadows being cast by these hundreds of clay statues.
Damn it.
Everywhere you turn, like it's just casting a whole bunch of shadows in all directions. And you're bright light, and you can see in the darkness. You can see a little bit more clearly. Okay, it's attacking you this time.
Can I give it disadvantage by being so bright?
You're yelling out, and you were watching it for it.
Ah.
So it does have disadvantage to attack you. Oh, I don't think that's going to matter. 19 to hit you.
That hits.
You take 9 damage.
Can I heal myself yet?
You can. You could have the entire time.
Well, he told me to stop.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
why
Do
you-
something.
Well, I thought I could light everything up and make it easier to find this thing, not harder.
Huh?
He's like, don't heal yourself. I'm gonna make it bright in the room. Okay. I'm still in a lot of pain. What does that have to do with anything?
Here's the thing, though.
You cast your healing before he even said that.
15. Love to see it.
Does it want our tokens or something?
Shit, it's coming back. It's this way. I gotta prepare. It's gonna hit me next. Probably, because I doubt I'll go for Mysteria.
You know what? I'm gonna.
No, it's coming out.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mysteria's
Yeah.
turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Patient defense.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it is you. But you were watching,
He
so.
did say that before.
Yeah, 7, 8 was over here. I was like,
4, 5, 6,
no,
7,
it's 8.
Everyone take the dodge action.
4, 5, 6, 7. It misses you. It only gets an 8.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly over to the statue and put my coin in one of the hands. Flower for the light side.
Did it work?
I don't know.
I still don't know what the statue looks like. What the hell does it?
Follow the lights.
It's kneeling, or not kneeling, but it's cross-legged. It's got its hands out and has a robe over it. Or
The left side looks
Cloak.
like the light side.
Drape.
The right side looks like the dark side.
light and dark like drape over it.
I'm guessing flowers for the light side, rocks for the dark side.
All right, let's see who it's attacking.
It's not all rock.
There's
It's
three,
not.
four. It's your turn.
Let's see if it's coin related.
Some
It's
rock.
not coin related. Ah!
9 misses you. There's offerings all around it, candles and
Put your
flowers.
coins
and
in
Alright, I'm
spices.
gonna run up and put my token on the dark side, I guess.
Sure, that's just our 1st
We'll
guess.
try.
I fought hard for this thing.
I know. I tell Wisteria to put hers in the light side hand just to kind of follow suit,
All right, clink.
see if it works.
Okay.
She's on the dark side.
fine.
And you're putting yours on the dark side. Why is this balanced?
I just,
Because rocks are heavier than flowers.
I mean, all right, put one in each. All right, one of each. So we switch out.
Hold on.
Ah, damn it.
I going back. You have Wisteria and yours in the light side, and your 2 in the dark side. Why is this balanced?
Just because the flowers needed the light, whereas the rocks, I was thinking of more like the darkness, the caves and caverns and earth and stuff like that. Whereas
Because ink is dark and rocks are underground.
But
It is
the
pretty
sage
dark
had
underground.
disadvantage in the dark.
It's true. Mine had disadvantage in the day.
So we just switch these.
Wait, yours had disadvantage in the day.
No?
At
It's,
the end of the day.
I mean, there was 3 of daylight ones and only 1 at night,
Yeah.
so it's not really that related. But
Let's switch ours.
why?
I don't know. Switch ours.
My guy was tired at the
What am
end of the
what am I
day.
missing here? I get mine. So mine had disadvantage in the day, so I put it in the dark.
Well, 3 tokens had disadvantage during the day, so it's not that stark.
Unless we put those 3 in.
We could put 3 in one hand,
Yeah.
but that would be unbalanced.
Well, maybe. I mean, I get that like 2 and 2, but
All right, we'll put the 3 that had disadvantage in the day into the light
All right,
hand or the dark
so-
hand.
I was going to say, rocks is the heavy, so you put all the 3 on the side. It's not the rock side.
Okay.
it's not the dumbest idea. But I don't think it's the right one. But like it made some sense. I'm a little shocked.
So what do you do?
You're the boss, man.
No,
Safest thinking stage, man.
I feel like
Do we want to put them in the ones that they have disadvantage on?
Let's
Or do we
try
want
that.
to? Okay,
Let's
so
try
we'll
that
put all the ones that had mine, Wisteria's,
Okay.
and yours into the day hand.
So, as you go, like, okay, this isn't balanced, and you start to change it, thing comes out.
That's you again.
Back to
You'll
the
never
go.
find the end. Mm. You will destroy this. So you're putting everything but the sage one.
Yes, Sage stays in
In-
the dark, and then the other 3 go into the light. That way, they all have disadvantage.
Why is this balanced?
Well, we've given all of them disadvantage. So it doesn't matter the amounts as much as it is that they're all the coins. Each of the
But they
one.
represent you, not the trial. They represent you.
Okay, so we all are evenly unbalanced. So we should mix them, put them back the other way around, give them advantage, put us all ahead.
I can't see in the dark very good.
Does that? Did you have advantage for being in the place you were supposed to be?
Yeah, no, yeah, sort
you
of.
did not.
They had disadvantage.
And these tokens are about you, not them.
right,
Oh,
I got an
gotcha.
idea. Me and Wisteria's in the dark, your 2's is in the light. Let's try that.
Like in the
So-
cave.
So now you're switching things again.
That's you.
That's Wisteria. She dies out of the way.
That makes sense. So I had advantage in the day. You had advantage in the day.
Alright. So who's in the dark side?
Wisteria and mine.
Bounce it on her.
And you 2 are in the light.
Yeah.
Why is this balanced?
I don't know.
I can't see in the dark, and they can.
Because we both have dark vision. They do not. So they. I don't know. That's what I went with. Just trying something.
Who's asking us this anyway?
I was going to say that Wisteria should also be in the light side. Like, we had the right idea, but we had him in the wrong
So just
hands.
switch it. So
Put Wisteria... God damn it.
So what are you doing now?
so we're gonna
We're going to
put
switch exactly so that his is in the dark side. His Wisteria's and mine are in the light side because we all got advantage on light.
Is that what you're doing?
Isn't that what we just had?
Is that what we just had?
Yeah, because we put all
Yes.
3 yours in the light because the
His
enemies
was in the dark.
the enemies had
Right? Or was it the other
disadvantage. The enemies had disadvantage at daytime. Mine had disadvantage at night, so that's what we did.
Okay,
So I mean, we could switch that.
let's switch that. That's what I meant to
So
do.
then
Okay.
mine's the
So-
only one in the light.
Yeah,
There
and
we
the
go.
three in the dark.
Yes, there you go.
Okay. He's gonna ask us why this is balanced.
So who's in the light side?
Just him.
Just mine. It's just my token.
Just your token in the light side.
Okay.
Everyone else is in the dark.
Dark side.
Why is this balanced?
Because now we would be on even playing field with the enemies.
For what?
Well, they were getting disadvantaged in the
But these
opposite. out-
tokens aren't about them.
It's about us.
What if we stack them in a stack right in the middle?
This timer's gonna go up. I don't know the answer.
I don't know what you're all in a
What's
rush
on
for.
my
We
coin is
figure
a
all day.
flower and wings. Wisteria's is a wisteria and 2 tails, right? Yours is a pen.
Pen and the symbol of knowledge.
And
and
yours,
yours
is
is
a mountain and
A
a
mountain
jade.
with jade running through it.
Jade's a bright rock.
Jade is associated with light. With the,
It's the
with
sun.
the celestial.
True. And then are cherries are cherries or wisteria celestial anyway? Is knowledge celestial?
The Wisterias keep demons away, I was told.
Do we associate wisteria with night or day?
Mostly night, I'd
That's
say.
what I would have thought. So
Yeah, you're right, right? Yeah, yeah.
figure ours out then. Knowledge, would that be light or dark?
Mhm.
Seems like it could
You-
be both.
Like an
Knowledge, you
illuminator.
shine light on things, right?
But you would need light for scribing.
Yeah, so
And you were in with the
I mean,
moon ladies.
They call
Yeah,
being
moons,
they
that's
call
true.
being informed of things being illuminated. So
True. And so we'll do that. Mine and
We do?
Wisteria's in the darkness. Because I think even in that one room, the dark side had all of the flowers in it anyway, which I should have remembered had I taken notes.
so then his are in the light.
Yes,
Yours and
ours are
Wisteria's
in
in
the
the
dark.
dark.
We have the nighttime flowers, yes.
all right,
Because that dark light room, the flowers
Who's in
are
the
in the
light?
dark side.
Yeah.
His and his are in the light. Wisteria's and mine are in the dark now.
okay. Why is this balanced?
This is balanced because we need light for both
The sun
jade,
and
like
the
the
moon.
jade is, yeah, so basically I represent the moon, they represent the light in the daytime. And Wisteria also represents the night. So our team is balanced in such a way that we have half light.
And you got the book swats, she's got the seat swats.
Mm-hmm.
That you do on the cover of the moon.
She's
And
got
you
this,
do it in the
this-
day.
Yep, and then she has the speed and power, and I've got the smarts and the magic,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. Yeah,
And I got the smarts and you got the book.
he knows how to write the smarts that you have down. Like he's a perfect compliment. He can record your smarts.
You see the compass stops once more, but then the hands close over the. His back's off.
Was
Got
the
the tokens, bitches?
in that in the light dark yin yang room were the flowers on the dark side?
Were there flowers?
Do you remember?
Yeah.
There was light
Spider
and dark side.
lilies.
Spider lilies were in the dark side, weren't
Uh-huh.
they? I knew it. I should have written that shit down because I remembered it way too late.
So he closes his hands, and as you look out, it seems the voice, that thing amongst the crowd, is no longer there. And all of the crowd is kind of like bowing, and they're all have their arms outstretched towards the same direction, which now you see is there's a pathway out of this room.
The rocks bend. What does that mean, rock guy?
It's just
Cool.
clay.
Oh,
Yeah, Kara-Tur is a soft rock.
it's a soft rock. Like David Bowie. That was a wrong person to pick
Yeah,
for
that was.
soft rock.
Kind of like Kenny Rogers. or
Yeah, I was like the first
Not Kenny-
rock.
fuck.
I was like,
Kenny G.
there you
Kenny
go.
G. Yeah.
Or Michael McDowell.
Anything with a piano?
Yanni. Was that?
I don't know Yanni's work.
I think it's more jazz. Isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't remember Yanni. I think I don't
'Cause
remember
Kenny
doing
G
Yanni.
is like soft jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about music. We gotta get our tokens back.
Pretty Jason.
I think we're just gonna walk forward
All right.
because the compass just is it pointed?
It's pointing that way.
Look at all these outstretched hands. I don't think we're gonna have enough tokens to begin with.
I'm gonna have to try to keep
They're like this though. They
compass
can't-
on the way
Yeah.
out too.
They can't
That might help us in all of the people.
Did you get the puzzle? Did you understand it? At the end?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just move on.
I always hate hearing how simple it is at the end. Because that's also a big part of my day. It's like watching kids get confused by something that I think is super obvious, and they're like,
So what
No?
was the puzzle?
Yeah.
"What if I put it like that?"
There
about like
was
this?
there was no wrong answer as long as you made a balanced party.
Damn it, I should describe it better.
Wow. You could have put all the tokens in one. Like, we are a balanced party. Like, you could have done whatever, but you, like, any pushback from me, you folded on all of those.
That is a really useful GM. Are you sure? Well, I don't know. If you say
Yeah,
it like
yeah.
that, I better look at my sheet again.
Like, you couldn't justify your answer by saying, oh, the people in the previous trial, like, this isn't about the people in
Right,
the previous
yeah.
trial. It's about, you need to justify it with you, not them, or anything else external. But that was it. Yeah. No wrong answers. Just
There's
Just
no
happy
one was
little
harmed.
accidents.
Oblivion, the movie.
And the thing was supposed to be like taunting you the
Are you
entire
still
time,
in
but
the-
you guys are having enough trouble on your own.
Are you still in effective team?
And no one was harmed, right?
I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Just emotionally damaged.
Yeah.
Shadow.
As we realized how little we give to the team, all of us. This team is balanced to about 2 ounces a side. Not a lot going on here. Let's continue on.
You walk out until the people that are
I'm
showing
flying.
you the way.
Line.
No, you're walking. Get on the ground. You're walking out until the people fall away, and you're now just kind of like on a nice calm plain, except for there is a thunderstorm in the distance. Clear night sky above you. You can see all the stars. And as you walk down this trail, you see a pedestal that looks exactly like the pedestal you got the compass off of in the maze room.
Guess we live here now because we need that compass and we're not getting rid of it.
Maybe there's another compass in there.
We're gonna have to do some Indiana Jones. Like, how much does this bag of gold weigh this time with the compass? Put the compass
There you
on
go.
it.
I don't think I can do two.
Do 2 songs at once?
Like 2 soundtracks together because I got something else now.
That was when we were playing 40K. Like we would, my
Oh yeah, with the
my
gun.
tablet
Yeah.
was playing the music. My favorite was like the 3rd or 4th session that we did like that. Galen finally breaking and being like, "This is perfect.
Yeah.
Who made this?" And I was like, "Made what?" And he's like, "Overlaid gun sounds over like techno music. This is perfect for 40K." And I was like, "I made this by running two things." Oh, there's a market for this. He like started like his mind like popped. He's like, "We should make this."
Pretty good.
All right. What are you doing?
I mean, I suggest, because you described it as the plinth. I mean, I wouldn't have remembered, so it wasn't like you did it on purpose. But putting the compass on the plinth makes sense, just because.
Yeah, I did like your idea about, like, especially when we encounter more heaven on high pieces, like, who knows of this compass? Because obviously, well, I guess if this pedestal's here, then probably in the actual trials is meant to be given up at this point.
This is what makes D&D fun for me. Is like we're trapped in like basically an alternate dimension. We're like in a pocket space, and we're trying to game the system so we can take a piece of it out back into our own dimension. What a fun
Get
conversation.
a bag of sand.
That's what I
try
was
to-
saying. Like, well, does this bag of gold weigh the same amount as the compass? Like, try it over and over again rather than leave it.
Well, yeah, but I guess there would be a good chance, technically, that this compass won't be useful in other rooms because it's
True.
not meant for other rooms.
The storm that we see in the horizon, if we wait a little time, does it seem to be approaching or going away, or is it holding?
It does seem to be approaching.
Okay. We could always put the compass on there and see what it does, and then if it doesn't help us or whatever, we can start making decisions. But I'd like to get whatever we're doing done before the storm gets here. If that makes sense. All right.
You put the compass onto the pedestal, and it swirls around until its arrow keeps pointing down the pathway. Where at that point you kind of look and you can see a spiral staircase now. As you didn't really see it before, it's almost clear, like it's glass staircase.
So it works just like the last one. When we lifted it is when we saw the entrance last time. Now replacing it opened the entrance. I think we had something else that did something similar too. So yeah, we have to leave the compass.
I would hate to walk in a glass staircase. That would just make me so fucking anxious.
So I agree. We're gonna go first. I'll fly up it. And bring Wisteria with me. Go with me. I don't go by myself.
And I'll go up next.
And you go play.
Dexterity saving throw.
As you start stepping up the stairs, you can see the night sky and the stars through them. But as you walk up and step onto the steps, you realize that the steps themselves are made out of the night sky with the stars in them. So now, as you step up and walk, it's just that's what the stair is colored to be. That night sky with the starscape. So even as you're walking up and the staircase is ahead of you, you can see the stars there.
Yeah.
And then of course as you walk up, they blend and mix all together. The storm, as you kind of start walking up, comes in and starts to rain down on this as you're making your way up the staircase. Coming over you.
Don't slip.
We're already up there. You're talking to yourself. Don't slip.
Don't slip. Don't slip.
How servers never look at your hands when you're holding stuff.
Mm-hmm. You naturally balance things in your hands, but if you look at it and try to make corrections, you're always going to screw it up.
When I worked at the hotel, every time we got somebody new, especially in banquets, when the first time you were carrying your tray and you walked past me, I always grabbed it and pulled it. And no one likes it. Everyone gets mad at me when I do it. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I want you to take this shit seriously. You have $200 worth of food on that fucking tray. Take it seriously. And everyone, eventually people have thanked me for it, twice, but I'll consider that a win. But it makes a difference. If you're just la 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 la, and then I play with it, you're like, okay, cool. The rest of the time you work there, you've got your hand and you've got your thumb on it because it'll fuck it up. You're about to go through a swinging door with your foot. And you're just doing this, you're not fucking Luigi, from an Italian movie. This is hey, I got the thing. I'm gonna pizza for everybody. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's the last accent we're allowed to make fun of, right?
Yeah.
Scottish, sorry, Scottish and Italian. You can make fun of that still.
Can you?
I don't know.
Easily.
So the white guy in America. Yeah, of course you can.
I think everybody's got an American accent. I think as long as it's in jest and you're not making fun, like Asian accents, you're making.
So you got to come up a spiral staircase.
Anyway, it sounds like we're going down a spiral staircase.
You get to a portion of the spiral staircase, and the rain starts to hit you now, and the clouds are starting to cover up the sky above you. But you get to a place where it branches another spiral of the stairs part ways and split. So there's now another spiral staircase going up, and you can see that one has multiple splits as well.
And now I have to make decisions.
Ribonucleic acid strains up there.
That's just some made up bullshit words.
I just wanted to sound smart.
Nice try.
Which way we go? Left or right?
So, is there any visible difference between these staircases?
They have different stars on them, yeah.
Oh shit.
Who knows stars?
Probably
Not
me.
just
yeah,
bars.
it's me. So, all right, here we go.
Didn't you have a specific one of your flaws or bonds was something about being a guide at night?
Yes. Backety ground. Why is this not written down?
Backety ground.
Where did I write that down? Maybe. Oh, we changed this guy once. That's right.
You still changed your blue guy, but I bet you lost everything.
Yeah, we rebuilt him. But you're right. I was supposed to be the cart. What I wanted it to be was I took cartography tools, but specifically I liked that idea of being the sidereal.
Yep.
And so I was a really good guide specifically at night. So yes, so that would be, what would it be? Not nature. Let me see what I would.
Yeah, you figure out what you want to roll for this.
Shit, based on what I've got here, stealth.
It'd
I intimidate
be
the stars.
survival.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Survival or nature, but
Survival would work. That is tracking and
let's go survival.
that navigation and things like that. But because there's clouds and a storm in the sky, the advantage you get from having that ability is lost by the disadvantage that you can't see all the stars in the sky because of the storm.
okay, so it's just a flat roll.
Just a flat roll.
Normally, I wouldn't take you out on a rainy night, but we don't have a choice. Inspiration.
Does it say are you good or do you need me to?
Oh, we already had inspiration, non-inspiration. So
No. That is different now. That's a reroll. It's not inspiration.
Okay, well,
I
I didn't look at it, but I pulled it out.
You want to get his bardic inspiration as well?
help me out with these stars? Sing a song about
Do you
the
have
stars.
any left?
Yeah, I do. You can have one.
Was that a D4?
D6.
I think that's legit what you rolled that you pulled out.
So, oh god, together
What did you
15.
pull out? 15?
15.
All right, so you start heading up like, oh, okay, well, this aligns with the stars up here, so you go up that one, and then it splits again, and you look, and basically one path is not matching the night sky, the
Yeah.
direction you're going, the other one does.
That was going to be my question.
So
what is it I'm
you keep
trying to
going,
determine?
but
Yeah.
now you're having to be very careful because this spiral staircase has no railings, and you're not like in a
Oh, I don't
thing,
care.
right? You don't care, of course, but it is raining, so the rest of you guys are going pretty slow up this.
Guys, I think I know it. Guys,
Top,
come on.
I'm glad you didn't ask to race this time.
This would be the one time I should have. Ready? All right, so I'm going slow, taking some time, splitting again. Are we getting up above the storm, or are we going into the storm?
It seems that you're about to get up into the storm itself.
Okay. Oh, actually, hang on. Oh, fucking already. I do. It's a cantrip. Can I gust around myself?
To just clear some of the rain.
Up to
and,
about 10 feet. Yeah.
clear some of the rain and keep
Mhm.
it off of you. You can certainly try. Like, it's not foolproof, but it keeps some of the water off of you.
Yeah. Okay. Do I need to keep rolling, or am I just
Nope.
okay? So we continue up this way.
I hope we don't get close to you and
I know.
get buffing it off.
I
hope you start making you guys-
Whoa!
I want you guys to start doing deck saves.
You then have to go into the clouds themselves, and it's thundering and lightning, and the thunder is like right in your ears. You can't hear anything. You can't see even each other. You have to be like place your hand on someone else's back so you can
With
keep
my
going
mouth
up.
open, I am giving off
Oh, that's right.
bright light up to
Yeah.
So you
40
can
feet.
follow his bright
Yes,
mouth.
yeah.
I am literally a
I was wondering if
lighthouse
that
right now
was still like
for
Yeah,
an
it's like
hour,
happening.
and then I can see in the dark for an additional 7 hours.
Don't
So-
drown with your mouth wide open.
All of a sudden, like, as you're coming up, like you now feel that you're in the cloud, that the thing like walls are closing in on you.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
can't
think you
see
could go into
anything,
clouds.
and you're up in them, and you start to cross. But now you can just hear just water just pouring down these stairs. You can feel it tugging across your boots as it's like quickly running down and getting pretty hefty, like pretty deep.
Whoa, where'd you get boots?
and this
Yeah,
was
your
the,
sandals.
this was the staircase without railings, correct?
So the stairway is without railings. Like you're holding on to each other, can't see, like climbing this up.
Meanwhile, I'm like, this is awesome!
You're the first to pop your head out into a room, and you're gonna fly up, and there's this room, and it's storming in this room. Even though you can see the ceiling, rain is coming down. It's a fairly expansive room, probably like the size of this whole house, like in spaciousness, and you're kind of in the middle of, let's say, the southern wall. You're kind of coming up along there. The rest of you start coming up. The ground is like covered in like 3 inches of water, and it's pouring down the stairwell hole. And you kind of feel that it's not flat. It feels like tilted.
Is it tilted towards the hole?
No. You're coming out the hole here, and it's just
That might be because we're high enough up the tower that the lilt is becoming obvious.
The rest of you start to come up and can start looking at this room.
I've never seen the inside of a cloud before.
Pretty neat.
It's very soupy.
Oh, you haven't? I've been in these all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Where do you think we live?
Do be careful. Last time we were in a tilted room, you kept ending up on the ground covered in blood.
Is there a wall? Is it just
There's walls.
okay? We're good.
So in this room, in the four corners of this room, are what look to be like big stone lanterns. Like, you know, there's like posts, like big stone, just blocks almost with like a stone carved lantern fixture.
They look like little pagodas.
Yeah, basically.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're the lanterns in like every single Tenchu game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically like these.
Pretty much what I was
They
picturing.
look like American
massive.
bird baths to me.
Massive.
Like, they look like bird baths.
Like
A bit, yeah.
kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just really, really big stone
Are they
lanterns
lit?
that are in. They are not lit. Two of them are destroyed. Like
Oh,
Hey, you're good at putting statues back together.
they're like broken and in pieces on the ground. The other two are there, and in the center of the room is this large urn. It might have been lit or had some type of heat source to it at some time, but now it's just dormant and wet and cold. And then, like off, so like you're in the middle. One broken lantern is off to your left. A normal lantern's off to your right. Off to the left, past the urn in the middle, is just this body on the ground. It's like crumpled down, but kind of standing up at a weird angle. You're just kind of seeing it from the back. It almost looks skeletal with just wispy long hair kind of blowing there. Just this-
standing?
it's not. It's on the ground, but its torso is up,
Oh, sitting.
like
Okay.
sitting but lounging.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
kind of sticking there like this body, wispy
You're
hair,
up.
thin. Its robes are tattered and
It's a little wet on the
Gone.
floor. I don't know if I can make it over there safe. You should probably fly over there and see what that is.
Splish, splash.
I can
splish,
shoot it from
splash,
here.
Splish, splash.
I mean, you can see now in the dark, so you can.
We can all see in the dark. Unless you look directly at me.
Are you sploshing over there?
Yeah.
So he just starts walking and you guys start discussing this.
Perfect.
As you get about 15 feet from this, it's like it kind of just turns and looks at you and goes, "Oh, hi!
Hello. What's your name?
Oh, I think you know." And it
Sorcerer.
stands up.
A sorcerer's burst comes over your shoulder.
It stands up and faces you. Are you shooting it?
I mean, my inclination is to, but I'll wait and see what it says.
Like, would we hear that?
Uh-huh.
Well, we can
You're
see
talking.
it. That's why I didn't want to go over there. So just let it do its thing.
Oh, I think you know.
You're not Krabby, are you?
Of course it's right.
Krabby! What are you doing here?
Oh, what are you doing here? Did you bring back my blasphemy?
No.
You're a horrible liar, but you're horrible at most things.
Not horrible at putting you in the ground. I guess you did get out again.
Is that thing actually still attached to me? Do I still have it around my, or do we put it in the thing?
It's in the jar, right?
Okay.
The blasphemy.
I was like, if it's on your belt, I'm putting it in the jar.
I'm pretty sure that was in the jar. But
I thought we talked about that. Like we didn't
Yeah, I
carry
don't
it
think we did
openly.
anything else with
Because
it.
remember we had a discussion about whether or not we trusted her enough to actually put it in there because we're
Oh.
giving it to a yokai.
says the yokai. You don't want us to have it. We can destroy this entire world.
Check it out.
Guys, it's Krabby.
Krabby's the one we took it off of, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He was a bad guy. We killed him.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And this is like the third time we've seen him.
He was hanging out with the.
The dark skies.
Yeah, what was the dude though? The dude that
Oda?
we could.
Oh,
The dude? It was
Odo?
Otto.
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 Dodo, Ditto, Doo-Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or whatever.
But, I mean,
Whatever we
he's-
said.
He's asking about his horse.
Did he really ask about his horse? Oh, the horse thing. Sorry. Did you tell him we don't have it?
I told him we don't have it. He
Then that's
doesn't
not-
believe me though. He says I'm a bad liar and then I'm bad at other things, but that's not true. Well, okay, I'm bad at some other things, but I'm good at things too.
That is.
What?
Really
Don't look
blew out
directly
again.
into the glowing
All of
pixie.
them blew out again, didn't they? Am I just at a weird angle?
I'll have to do a weird angle until the sun goes down. Yours looks fine, but it is a little bit.
Everything just looks yellow to me, but I think it's because of the
Come to think of
Well,
it,
chat, what do we look like? We look okay?
We gotta quit banning all these bots
Yeah,
so they'll watch us.
so
All bots all the time.
what do you?
Look at you all in here.
I look at myself.
Cannot.
Good, you take orders. That'll be helpful.
So what is with your blood scriptures anyway? Why are you doing all this stuff with the blasphemies and
I
whatnot?
was just gonna have a conversation.
That's what he's up there to do.
Yeah.
Figure out what's going on. If he gets mad.
Well, of course, if you want to take over the land, you gotta take over the land.
Don't you think the heavens would get real pissed off with you?
Oh, who cares what gods think?
Probably the gods.
Ask him what he's doing here.
Yes, I did. And then he said, what am I doing here? And I thought that was going to be a big back and forth loop that just keeps going. Is there...
What?
Do you need something? What are you doing here?
Yes, my blasphemy
Well,
back.
I don't think the sage would like me to give it to you.
No, I'll get it eventually.
How did he get in here?
You gotta yell. They're really far away.
What?
Ask him how he got here.
I want to know how you got here.
I walked right in.
You walked right in.
When did you decide you could walk?
Where did you decide that you could walk?
He's not a very bright sage, is he?
Apparently, he's the favorite student of the master. I wonder
say
how the
something
master
about
is.
Oh, when people say favorite student, they're lying.
Oh.
Were
Your
you
master's
someone's
a
favorite
liar.
student? I bet you were a favorite student, weren't you?
That's why they sent me out to this glorious quest.
Of course
Stop it.
is.
You're killing me.
And you'll eventually be useful.
Yeah, what? Is some sort of dark machinations for your
Smack
cause?
him in the face.
No, I don't think you can
Said
participate
smack him in the
you.
face.
Well, all right.
Oh.
Comes through and claws you across the face.
What the fuck? Now who takes orders?
Well, 16? No, 8. No, 16. 16 misses you, right?
Barely misses. Oh, you
Round
failed.
2?
Sorcerer's Burst.
Alright, I guess I'll punch you now. I don't like touching dead things.
22.
Yeah.
So just a quick pause now that we're here.
Yeah.
I don't recall how Krabby got away in our first meeting.
Your very first meeting?
No, not the very first meeting. The one where we like
Bottom.
defeated him.
No,
and
he didn't
took
get
him.
away. You cooked him on the ground. You
Okay.
fucking burned his ass into,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why I'm.
into
He
ash.
should be dead.
I'm a little
This is a
confused. I'm
weird
like,
thing.
How did he? Okay.
This one does look a little bit different.
The
But-
part where
I'm
he
picturing
turned his
the
head
Crypt
around
Keeper.
backwards.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
pretty much what it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like a skeleton with just a
Mhm.
emaciated skin and strands of hair. He even like moves like a puppet. Like he moves like a fake,
Like the
someone-
Crypt Keeper.
well, like a skeleton in a old '80s movie. Like that someone's rattling around.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually part of like the room.
Yeah, he's not really crabby. That's why he can't answer our questions.
So did he get blasted? Or?
Yeah, but it's for 2 radiant damage.
Ooh, 2 radiant.
Because I'm basically can only do radiant damage because I'm a ball of light right now.
I guess we're doing
Can you
this.
do radiant? I think that's one of the ones we talked about.
What about
I
now?
think it's
Because
only elemental.
but I'm light. Damn it, you're right. I forgot about that.
But I'll let you do radiant
No,
with
no,
the
no, no,
effects
it's
of the
okay.
potion.
All
I
right,
mean,
cool.
Why not?
All right, sweet. RP. Yeah, take advantage
You
as the
hit
G.
that. Are you attacking?
Take G and
Yeah, so I guess we're doing this.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. Ah. Oh man, I rolled a guy.
I like that we're just not scared of this guy, even in his like undead weird tower form. We're like, oh, Krabby, we could take this guy.
That'd be 16 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
You were having your simulation or real life moment with Krabby right now. Where you're like, kill this guy.
Yeah, I was
You're
like,
like, hey, how did you get away?
Yeah.
You're re-editing your memories, like.
It's your turn. You're like, wait,
Knock it
Krabby,
for 9,
right?
and then I'll
Krabby?
hit him
Yeah,
again.
dude.
For another 9, so pop, 18 damage.
All right.
That's way better.
Oh, you're really lucky. I don't have access to my spells in here.
Oh, this hardly seems fair.
You're right. We are lucky.
Are we really supposed to fight?
No, you're supposed to do my bidding.
What?
Oh, what's the bidding? I'll fly over. 'Cause
Oh,
now
yeah.
I'm kind of curious about Krabby now because he just took some hits and now he's not mad at us.
Yeah, so tell
Your
us.
sorcery is weak. Your bloodline should just be terminated.
My insight, if that's true.
Inside whether Krabby believes it's true.
All right. Oh, sticks and stones, motherfucker. 15.
Krabby seems to believe it's true.
Damn.
He seems to be derisive towards sorcery.
Yeah.
People are coming up. Really, how did you all get in here? Where is this?
Where it's outside. What was the town we was in?
It's not some. Shit. It's the really hard one to say where all the hills were. Is where we just left. Tofuaka.
Tofuaka.
And we left there, and we're following the walking tower.
we
We
just
found this
The
piece.
walking what?
Temple.
Sorry, and we found this piece in a depression, right? Did I make that part up?
like, are we still in the Kodama forest? Is that where this piece was sitting?
That's where the temple's from.
Where the temple's from?
But it left.
You are
Kodama
at the
Forest.
edge of the tundra.
That's
That's
right.
right, the
Tundra,
tundra.
not depression. The tundra, flat space.
And you're at Baijuji, which is of the White Snow or White Snow Town.
Baijuji. I tell him Baijuji. That's my second guess.
Okay.
But yeah, well,
You went to that town where you found Moji,
Mhm.
As you see.
that, and then moved over. But he goes, back it up. He says, walking temple. That's what he asked. Walking temple? What walking temple?
we're pretty sure the next kaiju is a temple. But you've been dead a while. Don't
I
worry
thought
about
the
it.
blood scriptures were behind you. Aren't you the wizards from the west?
The temple of the forgotten. It's walking.
Yeah.
It's a kaiju.
That's what we're theorizing.
Did you guys forget?
I'll have to make sure to send his minions back to gather that up.
How do you contact your minions from in here?
Oh, I'm sure we'll figure out a way out of here.
I hope we're not the minions. That'd be...
We'll figure out.
Oh, gosh, why else would you be here? If not to escort me to safety.
He did say we have
There's
to do his
these
bidding.
You've now noticed that as you're in this discourse with him, that there's a couple of little blue lights that have now kind of floated into the room.
What are those? What are those?
What are they doing in here? I tend to avoid this place.
Oh,
Like
those
this,
things.
but they're blue. You have seen these things before.
Okay, I was like, damn, that's like, I didn't realize how much the colors were fucked up from this angle. I was
No.
like, that doesn't look blue at all.
It's orange, and they're a couple like they're floating in, like kind of
Those
floating
things that
around.
they kind of show up when the kaiju is near or has been through or something like
Oh,
that.
the kaiju! What a glorious mishap that was.
They brought down a really tall tower.
I know. I was in it.
You still are.
I am. Not for much longer though.
See, it's not really cracking.
I love,
You
Oh,
want
guy.
to make a roll on this?
I love that we struck him and he's just like, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I came over to talk. I'm like, that's not really crabby. There's something going on. He has already said we're supposed to do his.
Like he's got a little bit of a burn on him, and you punched him up, so he's even worse looking now. Like,
Oh man. Ooh.
We don't apologize though. I was gonna say he mentioned that we're supposed to do his bidding, right? Is that what he said?
mhm.
Is that how we get out of here? What do you need help with?
I don't want to join the blood scriptures.
We do today.
Oh. Right. 3 times.
That's how you know it's telling the truth.
You're gonna be like Rocket
It's 4
Raccoon, where
times.
you.
It's a double cross.
It's Rocket Raccoon, right? From Guardians of the Galaxy, where he like blinks, like did it on the wrong side. It is. Where he's like, they don't know what we're talking about. He's like, I did it on the wrong side.
And a roll would I be making?
Arcana.
What are you arcanaing? What he is?
Do you know what's in that urn?
But it used to just be holes. I guess you'd put them in the lantern. Certain, I don't know. It's all broken
Great.
now.
And it's worth. I think so. Okay. Well,
I don't know how to feel about the Minotaur now.
Maybe you should just always use the dunce one for your smart rolls.
you know, my one roll earlier, history roll, I've got an 18.
Okay.
Right now, I just rolled 3 and a 2. What's your plan to get out of here?
My plan. I've been stuck here for a while. I'm just gonna follow you. Couple more of these things split in,
When we saw these the first
and a
time,
couple more start moving more closely to you guys.
I hate that I'm going to say this, but can you go back to your notes and see these things the first time?
We just escaped the dark skies. We were camping out in a forest on our way to.
If I-
It's gonna be very early on.
yeah, remind us how they interacted, because
So
we might be
they-
able to manipulate them if we know what they're doing.
They're kind of left behind when a kaiju's been through.
The Ryoko spirits.
They're in,
They herald the wake of the kaijus, shiny stones in the sky. I don't know why I wrote that.
So they're after.
Because you think everything is a stone.
yes,
So we don't have to worry about the kaiju coming through them when they
They're-
arrive.
typically harmless unless a bunch of them gather. Then they can kind of form almost like what's it? Like a mimic of the kaiju,
Like a spectral.
Yeah, they kind of replicate it, but like it's all like together, right?
Mhm. And then
But usually they shouldn't be aggressive towards you unless.
Yeah, they're like bees.
what I was going to ask was, were we able to have any effect on them?
They were way high in the sky.
Yeah, we never
Yeah,
interacted with them.
And
They were up in the storm.
once we kind of learned what they do and what they're about, we're kind of like, we'd rather not see
Okay.
what happens if they do gather up all together and then form.
I was just curious because we have these
We
torches, 2
avoid
of them are
that
broken.
situation.
Well, if they can approximate things, and we
A
have
couple
2.
more flit in. The closest ones are now within 5 feet of you guys.
I was going to say
Hello, Ryoko.
maybe we can get them to approximate either the fire or the torches themselves that are broken, since they copy stuff.
Are they following us?
I'm gonna head towards one of the broken torches.
When he goes and flies off, is there? Okay, so
There's 2, right? One at the left,
Let's
and one at
say-
the top right.
let's say the room's like this, and you guys came in from here, right? And you're just over here now talking to Crabby. These things are flitting in from up here. Are you going to go to this one, or are you going to go to the one in the bottom?
I want to go to the bottom corner.
Okay, so as you leave, you see all of the Ryoko,
Mhm.
kind of like as he moves, they all react to it and all go that way as well. Though after like the initial burst of chase almost, they stop, and the ones that are furthest away kind of start spreading out again. But the ones that were closest to him keep following him at a pretty steady clip.
So I'm gonna go over to the torch and just stay and see what they do.
They move up, and they start going towards your wand.
Ooh.
I'm gonna yeah, cool. I'm gonna point it at the torch and be like, I'm gonna think about like rebuilding the torch.
You put at the torch, but they all just the couple that are around, like the three of them, and just move up and start going up to the torch itself, to the wand itself.
I'm just kidding.
The first one, if you're just holding